everyone, Happy New Year! And it's a very, very fresh new year from Let's Tute. And I know you all are worried about your exam. Exams fever is still on, and we are trying to put it down. So, welcome from Let's Tute. I am Bonajusna Ganguly, and today we are going to learn how to write letter. You and I will both together cheer up ourselves and give our best for letter writing. So, yay, let's begin with our letter writing session. We are all ready with our letter writing session. And yes, as I am presenting here, gone are those days when we say kabuttar cha cha cha, isn't it? So we are here to gear up with everything to say let us write correctly, fastly, effectively, and score the highest. So let's begin with letter writing. And first, we'll like to know that what are we all going to learn today? First topic, let's discuss the agenda of the day today. So here we are with the topics what we are going to learn. First of all, we are going to see the types of letter. That's very important that you identify what type you have got in your question. I know you all know very well the types of letters. I will also expect you all to write me on the chat box that do you know or not that what is the type of letters that you all know. Well, I will also share the same with you. Topics of those type of letters, that is also very important. Format of that letter, how to write that letter. Marking system is very important. We have to achieve all, we have to do everything so that we get all marks. We don't let our teachers to deduct marks. Even don't give me chance to tell you that write properly, otherwise I'll deduct your marks. Okay, being a teacher, we still creative writing makes us not to do justice with your writing. We tend to deduct marks, to be very honest. Going ahead, we will also see the few phrases what we are going to learn. Let's begin with type of letters. Any idea what type of letters? So I can see Suhani, Preeti, Radha. Hi, hello everyone. Happy New Year. I'm so happy. Anurag, yes, I could see you earlier. So actually, I know you all are all worked up for your exam fever, so I'm not wasting your time. So let's go ahead with types of letters. There are three types of letter: formal letter, semi-formal letter, informal letter. Formal letter, that means that you are not known to that person. They are stranger to you. You're not very familiar with that person. Semi-formal, you know that person, but not that high by sort of thing. And informal letters means your buddy friends, your very good friends, you know them, or someone you know them very closely. So to them, we write informal letters. Let's go ahead to see the topics. The first and foremost topic, which is very common in our CBSE exams, is topics for letter to editor. That's very, very important. And so few questions for it. Expressing your views about child labor, unemployment, crime against means a letter to the newspaper person. So you are asking some issue, those things we really ask in this type of letter, or pointing out something has gone wrong. That is also very important. How do we do it when you are writing it? Keep these things in mind. Especially, it is all like your formal letter, but address to the editor. That is very important. Addressing to the editor is one of the main part which you should not miss. Next, your idea should be very clear. It should be forceful and approachable. Whatever you are trying to say should be very, very to the mark to that person. Going ahead, let us see one of the letters which we will discuss later. Highlight the importance of proper garbage disposal with an aim to create awareness among the city residents. Write a letter regarding the same to Hindustan Times. So it's a letter written to Hindustan Times, and here remember every time they will ask you to assume that you are somebody over here, Rishi from Shaktinagar. We will discuss this later, how to write it. This is the only letter we'll be giving the whole written and we'll be describing it how to write. Others will just give you the format. Going to the next one is another common topic, which is complaint. Not only CBSE, ICC also has the same type of format and the appeal that letter to the editor is very important. Next, which is another important, is complaint letter. That means you're pointing out some complaint. You got something and you're not happy with it. So, regarding some product you purchase, mobile set, camera, misbehavior of the staff, yes, storage of water, frequent water breaks, something went wrong. So, you're complaining. And what you should keep in mind over here. So, over here, remember, always address the complaint. What are you saying? Remember, your first paragraph should always answer the question why you're writing this letter. Earlier we saw it was you're giving an issue to that editor. Now you're rise, raising a complaint. So that should be very, very clear. Okay. You should also mention cause and effect. And later on, tell them how they will reach you. How will you correspond with them? There's a letter over here for complaint. Just for example, write a letter to MS Oxford Publishing House, London, complaining that the books sent by them were not those that you had ordered. That means they have sent a wrong book. Ask them or ask for a replacement. You are Varun Joshi, Sector 20, Chandigarh. So this is how you get a letter of complaint. Let's go to move on to the next one. Placing an order. What order would you place? Things, yes. Order for school uniform, library, sports item, and something for the birthday party. That is little not that common, but first three are very common, and you will be assumed that you are head of something. Over here, if I can state the format, it's clearly written over here how to write it. And what you should not miss is give the list of item or the items required in bullet points or tabular. I will suggest tabular. It becomes very catchy. It becomes very clear. For a person who is marking you also, they feel that it is very, very obvious, clear what all you wanted. Number of item, list of the item name is very, very important, which you should always try to say about it. Okay, make it clear. End it with asking, don't forget to ask for the bill, invoice of that item, things of item. And yes, always say, I am your loyal customer, so please give me some discount. That will help you to get discount. Okay? They will, I'm sure. Write it in proper tone. And yes, your sincerely, signature, if they have asked, name, it depends. You may write, you may not write if it is signified. Topic for letter of inquiry. When you are inquiring something, you want to know about something, asking details for some admission. This is not very commonly seen for 10th graders, but of course, you should not miss it. Welfare scheme launched by the government, you want to know. Writing a tourism company to inquire about the detail of something. So we will go ahead with the things. But of course, as it is, we can leave it later. We'll not go in detail. This type of letter is not very common in 10th, but quite common in 12th. So I will say that have an idea, focus on it, think about it. But yes, I won't say that be very like practice it too many times. This is not that common as it is said. So, okay. So going ahead, before I say something, let me first go through your comments so that I come to know that what is it that you're looking forward for? So let me go through the comment section once again. Let me get into it. So I can see many people over there commenting. I'm so happy seeing you all giving the comments. So if I can brush through the comments, let me see what it is going on saying. So over here, Srijit, yes, I can see you. Two types of letter, yes, but I have another one saying that it is semi-formal. Okay, formal, informal, yes. Anurag says every time I get confused while writing informal letter. I will tell you how to write it. Okay, Joita Ghosh says that do you stay in West Bengal? Mera Bharat Mahan. So, yes, I am not from West Bengal, but I am a Bengali. So, I don't stay in West Bengal. But of course, all Bengalis are very near to dear to me. Okay, let's go ahead. Uh, Anvishka, hello, ma'am. Yes, I know you. You joined earlier also. Sanjay Devnath, hi. Adnan, hi. Viraj, okay. I'm glad that you like this topic. It's all your demand, dear. You all ask us and we try to fulfill. We try to make our Let's Do to be one star with one click. Okay. Let me go ahead. Uh, Gracie says that I can see Irfan saying Happy New Year. Yes. Gracie, we ideally start our application letter with, okay, there you need a detail of your own experience. So we will just go forward with it. So let me share again the screen. Moving ahead, looking at Gracie's question. So over here, refer the advertisement from the information. Let us give a reference letter with your qualification, then education qualification, enclose a curriculum vitae, and if required, then also convey that you are really looking forward for that job. Let's move ahead with the next one. We are now looking for the format. Honestly, we will go ahead with the format so that we can discuss. We go no wrong in format because format has a specific marks. So if you go wrong in that, it will be wrong. First, let us look for the formal letter format. Formal letter should be such that you avoid colloquial words, abbreviations, slangs. Please do avoid them because what will happen, it will give a wrong notion to the reader or the receiver. So keep in mind that you stick to the formal etiquette and give all diction and your tone to be very formal, straightforward, precise, and to the point, which I have made it very clear over here. Subject line not to be missed at all. Please be very clear with the subject line. If you miss out the subject line and underline it, don't forget to underline the subject line so that it becomes very prominent. That really matters a lot. How do you write the subject line? Subject line is actually the picture or the title of your letter. Moving ahead, if you look, it should be written in this format. The sender's address means your address should be first. It depends. You can write the hall number also or the place. So wherever, if they have given you some specific place that you're writing from that place, you can write that, or else you can give your hall address also. Examination hall, I want to say, not cinema hall, of course. Date. Be very particular with the date. The number should be there and the month name. Don't write it 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, if you have to write today's date, what it will be? 4th JAN Jan 2023, or 23 slash will also do, just a dash over there. But over here, month 01, try to avoid that. Write JAN Jan. Going ahead, addressee means the person you are addressing. Salutation, dear sir, dear madam. For your editor, you can just start with sir, madam. You may skip that dear also. Few places, ask your school what they are recommending. Sometimes school themselves maintain a format. Sometimes they say don't write the slash. So just either write sir, because if you know who is that there on the other hand, or madam, or with a slash if they are aligned, please go ahead. First check with your school also. Subject underlined. Body should have a beginner, content, and ending. So beginners will be with the introduction, content, and end. And of course, it will end with your subscription, or it is like yours sincerely, yours truly, yours faithfully. How does it look and what does it contain? So here sender's name, all are correct. Let me just brush you with paragraph 1, which was the beginner. Introduce yourself and the purpose of writing the letter in brief. Okay. Paragraph 2, which I said content, give details of the matter. If you don't give the detail or you specify what you are going to do over there, it will make no sense. So contain the detail, don't write here and there, but just write what is actually required. Conclude by mentioning what you expect. You might expect a solution, you might expect a call from them, you might expect some action from them. So please mention that. Okay, I can see Natasha saying that can we write whomsoever it concern? Nowadays it is also in controversy, that whole statement. Few places we say, but nowadays we are still saying try to avoid that. If you see any format, if you ask any school, they will rather not encourage you saying that whomsoever is the correct one. Use sir, ma'am, that's the better one. Madam, sorry. Don't use ma'am also. Better write it madam. You complimentary closing, we will give you few phrases which will have you that closing phrase also, and the center's name. If signature and designation required, then only give. Now comes to your buddy friends, your bosom friends, if you want. So, hi bye friends over here. That's why I gave that icon. What can be those letters? And people who are very close to you. Isn't it your parents and sibling? Yes. Those are informal letter. You can be casual with them. No such strict format how to start, how to write the tone and all. But you are still writing an exam. It's not that you're really writing it to them. So it's very important that you convey your message correctly. So letter to your parents, letter to sibling, letter to friends, letter to your classmate, letter to the neighbors, and neighbors who are very close to you. If society in charge and all, it goes to little semi-formal. It has another format. In this case, in your exam, you usually don't get that. So we are not touching that point. Let's go with the traditional format for your informal letter. People say that you can write address to the right side of your page, followed by the date. Again, the date has the same format. Don't write numbers to the month. Salutation, dear, my dearest, loving, anything you can start with. It's your choice. Then give the body. How to start it, that also I'll mention. And then give your subscription if signature required. If not, just go ahead. This is how it looks if we write the traditional format. But if you are, this format is also, because nowadays we are more into computer era. So everything goes to this side of your page. So that's why we have also started following this side, especially this is followed nowadays, and few schools are asking you to follow this format. Address to your left hand side, date to your left hand side, salutation left hand side. Then you start your letter. with the subscription and ending for it. Don't forget anything here, no subject, because it is informal. Why to write subject to your friends, parents, or somebody you know so closely? It looks like this if you go to the way we are accepting now. Traditional way is also accepted, but we'll still say follow this method. It will be quite helpful. Let's go ahead to an example of it. Write a letter to your father why you wish to accompany a friend to the countryside during your summer vacation and asking him for his permission to do so. Naturally, father, you have to ask permission. So, dear dad, anything you can start and then you carry on. Mother is also in the queue. I said, why to neglect mother? So, mother's letter is also in the queue, but it is again addressed from hostel. So, when you write the address over there, be careful that you are mentioning that hostel address over there, not any other address. It will go wrong for the format. Exam, right? Not the true one. If true, your mama, papa will not even see what you have written over there. Just they will look with all heart. But over here, brain also works. You have to, the teacher or the evaluator will use your brain to evaluate you. So don't forget anything. Carry on. Let's have few topics for a letter to your friend. What all you can do? You can talk about description, ceremony, holiday trip. You can apologize. You can see, ask for somebody is good, hi, like that, inviting for a marriage, helping someone, or demise of someone. But usually the last topic is not asked, but still it may happen. That's why I've given. Now, the main thing, the form marking system. Scared, right? But if you know, why will you be scared? You will not miss out any of the point. For CBSE, the full marks is 5. ICSE, the full marks is 10. Format, CBSE gives you 1 mark. Content, they give you 2 mark. And expression with grammatical and coherence and the way you have build up your ideas will give you 2 marks, dividing it to 1 and 1. ICSE, on the other hand, gives you 2.5 marks for the format. Content, they give you 2.5. And expression, which is divided into the same criteria, grammar, accuracy, coherence, joining words, transition of the sentence, everything caters to 5 marks. Don't miss out any point from there. You will surely get almost letter writing, you can fetch full marks or little less than half marks, less than it, if you furnish all the criteria. Now, a few phrases which will help you to build up. So, that is what I'll train you. Choose 2 or 3 phrases, make it your favorite. The type of question which comes, just over there, vomit it or just write it over there so that you don't have to think more. Let me go ahead. So over here, I am or from organization, we are writing you to inform, confirm, request, inquire. I'm contacting you for this reason. I recently read something on the newspaper and then you're reporting it. Having seen on your advertisement, this can also come for your job application also. I received your address from and then you're trying to reach out to that person. If already you have got in contact, thank you for your letter, and then you continue with reference to telephonic conversation or letter. Go ahead. Formal letter, when you're making a request, please have, I would appreciate, I would be grateful if you could. Could you please send me? Could you possibly tell us or tell me or something? In addition to, I would like to have, these are all your request tone. Unless you add these tones, it will not sound that you're requesting something. If it's a complaint letter, which we have already given it, a letter of complaint. So I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction. I'm writing to complain about. Please note that the good, I'm sorry to say, you can start like this. I'm writing to complain about the goods that I have received. Please note that we ordered something else and it has come something else. You can finish it in the same way. Let's move ahead. Closing or ending remark. what you wish to be done over there. Hope you can settle this matter to our satisfaction. If there's a controversy or something going wrong, editor also. Hope you will take appropriate action mostly when you are requesting for something to be done. Please look into the matter as soon as possible. Please let me know what action or steps you're going to take. Okay. And looking forward from hearing from you, looking forward receiving, that will be ending your last suggestion. Okay. Let's move ahead with the next slide, and that is your ending. Sincerely to all customer and clients, faithfully to people who you know already. This was all about the phrases, format, marking system. Let me soon go through your remarks. Okay. Is it compulsory to write respected or dear sir? Now, in letter. Okay, as I said, for editor, dear nowadays it is not applicable, but for the principal or something, please go ahead writing dear, sir, or anything else. So, dear. Respected is now little obsolete, but I will still say for government services, you can always write for principal education uh, point of view institutes. Please go ahead and write respected. Again, once confirm from your school what they are following, because sometimes they become very rigid and now you have to go through your mock test also, or term 1 term 2 exams also, which they are helping you to prepare for the boards. So clear, make that point clear, and you can go ahead and ask them. Okay, Rajoshi says that useful tips. Thank you, Rajoshi. I'm glad that you liked it. Gracie says, ma'am, are writing off or in diary considered an informal letter? No, dear. Writing diary is something which is a different topic. Diary writing is something different, right? Topic. We will not mix it with letter writing. It is a different point, and there also you are asked to give your suggestion or you are asked to say about it. It's a different topic, different type of question that also comes in your creative writing. I can see few people joining him and they are finding it, they are late. Yes, yeah, little late, Sandhya. Priyanka, Solanki, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the next one. We already spoke about the formal ones. Informal, again, I said you don't have to be so strict about the rigid strategy and all. We can be little casual about it. So set the tone of the letter, how it is and what is it talking about, invitation or talking about going to a party. So you have to be like that. You think yourself to that position, and that will really help you. So, in response to the previous letter referred to particular subject, it can be like that. You have already received a letter, then you're answering. You are yourself being the first person to write that letter, or a general nature. So, you can start with, hope this letter finds you in the best of health and spirit, or hope this letter finds you in the pink of health. That is also a phrase. Please use these phrases in your letters. That will add on to your vocabulary list. It has been long time since we wrote. That means you're the first one to write. Thank you so much for inviting me. Letter. I'm sorry to hear if something went wrong. I would like to congratulate you. Something your friend or somebody has done great. I would like to apologize. You did something wrong. So you should say like that. But of course, start with say, hope this letter finds you in a good health. We are catching up after a long time. You can always go ahead like this. Now, what can we do to write it fast? That is our main motive, right? Read the question properly. 1 minute. Identify the type of question. Then correctly choose the tone or what phrases you have to use. Write it fast. That will help a lot. Select the correct tone. Stick to the format. Divide your page or think what all you have to write over there. Stick to the marking system. Remember where you will be deducted or where your marks will go. Organize your ideas. Select few opening statements which we have already discussed. You can go through this video again and again. Select few of your favorite dialogues which you can remember, and just not cut, copy, paste, but paste it with your handwriting and your logical thinking, so that you don't have to think during your exam. and cater to all the points of the question. Remember, you don't miss anything. If they have given a second addition to the question also, so you do justice to that and you don't miss out. If you miss out, then your body, that part, will get neglected, and of course, you will get less marks. Now, it's the quiz time. Are you all ready for it? Let's go ahead with the quiz time. I'll be flashing out few questions and I'll expect few answers from you. Well, this quiz is very easy. I know you surely will enjoy doing it. Let's go ahead. So, choose the correct option. Margie wants to write a letter to her friend Andy, asking her to come visit her for the holidays. What kind of letter should she write? Formal? Informal? Yay! I got an answer from Gracie. You're correct, dear. It is informal because it's a friendly letter. Very good. Next question on your screen right now. Viraj is also correct. Yes, Viraj, informal. Srijit is also correct. Informal. Yes, all thumbs ups to you people. Okay, so let's move ahead to the next one. Which of these is a correct formal introduction, like for the formal letter? Okay. Hello, John. Hello, Mr. Jones. Dear Jones. All right, mate. Which one should be correct? B option. Okay, let me see. Hello, you say to your informal letter. It is not in. In is not there. It's formal letter. Sandhya says B. Okay. Actually, nowadays we have also started using hello, but if that person is quite familiar to it, I'll still go to Dear Jones. Okay. Because hello is fine, but still when you are not, you know that person. But formal letter, sometimes we consider to be strangers. So it will be C option, Dear Mr. Jones. Going ahead with the next slide. Which of these should not be a formal letter? Means should not be there in formal letter. Okay. Slangs, tough words, date, your name. Which should not be? Gracie said, wasn't expecting that at all. Okay. Yes, Gracie, you're right to this answer. Slangs. Yes, I mentioned earlier, colloquial languages, jargons, or something which will actually affect or it will sound very wrong as a formal letter. Please don't use it. This time, Viraj is also correct. Good, good. Yes. So, this one comes to your slang and abbreviation. I would like to insist over here. Slangs or abbreviation is also the correct answer. Sorry, my next slide says abbreviation. That's the answer is correct, but your now this is also to be correct. Okay. Now you are starting opening part of the formal letter. The first line. What would you say? Tell how good the weather is there in your city. Inform the recipient about the motive of the letter. Is it recipient over here? Receiver. Okay. Tell how good are you doing. Tell how good the weather is in the recipient city. Yes, Viraj and Gracie, I know it was some mistake in the slide, but of course it's fine. Okay, I got the next answer B. Inform the recipient about the motive. Yes, that should be very, very important that your receiver or the person who is receiving the letter should be in a position that they know why you're writing that letter. It's very, very important that we understand and they understand that why you're writing it and we understand their logic and give it properly. Very good, Wasim, Viraj, Srijit, everyone to the correct format. So now this looks to be correct. Going ahead, as I promised, that sample to the question to that editor which I left behind, most common question, ICSE, CBSE, and mostly we come across this letter. Highlight the importance of proper garbage disposable. I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. Highlight the importance of proper garbage disposal with an aim to create awareness amongst the city residents. Write a letter regarding the same to the editor of the local daily Hindustan Times. You are Rishi of Shaktinagar, Delhi. So you should mention this. So I'm showing my sample letter over here, and here it comes. You have given, are you seeing it very clearly? That Shaktinagar, Delhi, it's very clearly mentioned over here. So you have given that address over here. Now going ahead, if I see date, are you seeing it? I have mentioned, as I told you, I have not mentioned some other dates, but I have given. So since the letter was written quite ahead, so I have given this. So first of all, I should change this 23 at least, right? You all will say 23. So I'll make it Jan. At least you will be thinking that we'll make it little later. Okay, that's correct. Today is not the exam date. Rather, I know few exams are starting. Actually, mock tests are starting from those dates. So let me write that letter, that date. Editor, Hindustan Times. So you have referred the letter to editor. Subject very important. And over here, since I have left it, I would like you all to make sure so that you don't go wrong. You will underline it. No way you can miss out not underlining it. Sir, madam, I have given a slash, but again I'll say that go get in touch with your school and ask what they are actually following, because different school I have been teaching different students, they come up with different types of ideas. So it's better that you follow what school is saying. After all, first exam, like your prelims marks, will be given by them only. Going ahead, please follow this form, this line. This will be very, very useful for your editor's point of view. Through the column of your esteemed newspaper, I want to draw your attention, it was for the garbage system. So keep this line whenever you get it for editor. Please learn this line by heart and then just write it as fast as you can with a presentable handwriting. Please, I will enforce over here. Still, we are into pen and paper system with a presentable handwriting. Please don't make a hodgepodge of it. Through the column of your esteemed newspaper, I want to draw your attention towards the problem of garbage disposal in our area, which has become a neglected factor. I am resident of Shaktinagar. Our neighborhood has become a messy and unhealthy place. The streets are unclean and the condition of the roads are equally bad. Garbage cans are frequently overloaded and many people appear to be lacking civic awareness or civic sense. You can always change. Or civics ethics. It causes a slew of illness despite posters and placards reminding the people everywhere we have, right? Clean city, green city, but still, despite of posters and placards reminding people of their social duties, they continue to pollute the area. What can be done? It is our responsibility to address the issue of garbage disposal in a sensible manner because cleanliness is a fundamental requirement. We shall make this appeal to a general pollution population. Citizens in our community have started a campaign to raise awareness about the safe waste disposal. Everyone is welcome to join in our effort and make a tremendous success. So we are appealing the editor to make it a great thing. Thanking you, yours faithfully, Rishi, because they have asked you to name it. This is what was there for the session today. We were very particular that in this short time you get everything what is required, what all you need for exam. So I have tried to cover, or we from Let's always we are behind you to make it one click and all link so that you get all these things in one place. Do reach out, visit our website, and you will be knowing that what all we have with us and tell us what all you know. It's Sandhya with a long text. Let me see. Sandhya, ma'am, at last, please share some tips about studying in winter. I don't know what happens to me, and it's else happening only with me or other students. and are also facing this problem. Your fellow mates in this same group, are you all facing this problem? Winter is becoming troublesome. My exam started. Oh, Amar, all the best. No issues. Prepared. Good that you got it. Is your English over? So, Sadhya. Uh, in winters, actually, it is the right time. You don't sweat. Your pen also helps you to write well. So, what is your problem? Why do you feel so? Same, relatable, Sadia, Srijit. Okay, I can only help you out saying that drink hot drinks so that coffee, tea, it will keep you energized, keep you warm. Even I'll say try covering yourself. Try not to get so much because it's your exam time. I would say that please don't get exposed. Maintain the same body temperature with you. See, whenever we study at night, I feel sleepy. Uh, then fine, Srijit. Wake up in the morning and then read. Dear, we understand, we also relate, we have also gone through this phase, but still, I will say that it is always advisable that whatever time you get, keep your surrounding, keep your ambience, keep your place where you are studying to be as comfortable with less fluctuation of temperature. Keep drinking water also. I know in winter it becomes hard, but drink warm water so that it will keep you energetic. Amar says, please share some tips to score 99.9 in exams. Surely you will score. I've already told you how would you get marks. Stick to the format. Please understand what all you have to do. Do the same thing with the other subjects also. Study the format, see the questions, what would come, which are the important questions or topics, and then no one will stop you getting 99.9. But of course, practice, practice, practice. I'll say once again that still we are into a format that we have to go on and on with the same writing practice. Make your writing presentable, leave lines, make it so neat that you get more marks for your presentation. And that will actually, presentation helps a lot for fetching marks. Teachers also feel better that when they read a clear answer sheet. Gracie says, any tricks to help us to remember the points for writing letter? So, Gracie dear, what you can do is select, don't write all the phrases what I have given you. Format you might be knowing, but when you are writing a letter, few phrases may skip. So what you can do, write few till your exam, your whole bedroom or your study place should be all with your billboards or some which your slips which will help you. You can see it from little distance also. This will help you to remember. After exam, throw it, no problem. You will happily enjoy throwing those papers because you will feel that you have mastered over them. That time you won't be knowing it. Yes, Amar says, please make for error correction. We actually did a session, but of course we will do it again if required. We did a session. If Let's Shoot will help you to get in the link. You can scroll back. We have done a session before with error correction also. Anything else to be known so that I can help you all out? Gracie says that we always end up throwing papers in the school. Enjoy, enjoy. That's the most celebration time that will help you to enjoy your papers. That's the best thing you can do, dear. But don't throw very valuable papers. Don't throw the question papers. Maybe your next generation or your brothers and sisters would love to use it, isn't it? It was a nice session. I had all interactive students with me. It gave me a great pleasure presenting. It was a heavy topic, it was a lengthy topic. I do accept this, but I I ran through the topics because highlighting you, not wasting your time. So let me wish you all the best. Thank you for being in the session, and we'll meet you soon with the next session. Let me answer a few more questions before I say thank you. Srijit says, class 9 is the worst, the hardest class in us of our school. I do understand, Srijit. Class 9 is something, is your transition period. You have to help yourself. You have to see that whatever you're doing goes together and it gets carried over to your class 10 so that your class 10 become a little easier for you. So that's how we make your class 9 so that during your board, you don't find it very tough topics. And I have seen class 9 students are the most notorious students in the school, isn't it? You all do all type of mischiefs in class 9. Uh, Thank you. Okay, thank you, Gracie. That was a nice compliment. I felt so blessed. Srijit, can you give us some tips to score better? I'm every time trying to do that. I'm trying to help you out to score better. So I feel this is the best way I can do with you. That taking session, keep those tips in your mind, and you will do your best. Okay, Rohit, I understand. Typo. Yes, hi, Rohit. It's almost to the end of the session. So is this a thumbs up to end up? So I would like to end it up saying that all the best, thank you, and bye for the next session.